Thank you, everyone, for coming. Welcome to COZSNUG. All right, we're going.
So hi.
Hi. So, on COZSNUG, we, for those who haven't been here, COZSNUG is just a group of people getting together and empowering our empathy.
Nice.
And we like to go around groups, sometimes we'll just ask each other questions. Like we have a question we're gonna ask in just a moment. It's about what's something you've always wanted to do in your life, you have it. And we just kind of talk. Just be COZSNUG, cozy together.
Nice.
The question tonight is, what is something that you've always wanted to do, but haven't yet had a chance to do?
Skydive. I thought it's skydive. Skydive.
How come? What is it about skydiving, Brent? What do you want to do?
I'm a little scared of heights, but for some reason skydiving, it's like it's not like I'm gonna fall to my when you're in a building, and I've been up in bird refuge towers that are 100 feet in the sky, and it's even off of a cliff. I don't like jumping in the water because there's something to land on. It scares me, but skydiving, it's like, well, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. But
You know that
I want that experience.
You know that 1.7% of all parachutes don't open, right?
Hopefully I'll suffocate this right dive. Well, the same with car accidents and planes.
Falling from a plane is not the worst.
The worst way.
You go so
The
fast.
experience,
You have about 30 seconds to really think about it.
that's it. You're only in there for 30
No,
seconds.
you're in the air for a long time.
I was thinking for 30 seconds when I dropped. Yeah, 30 seconds is when you dropped. Before your shoot opens, yeah. So before your shoot opens, you're only free falling for 30 seconds. I'm at 14,500 feet.
Okay, but if you fell away, you'd be in the air for at least a couple minutes.
Maybe a minute or something. Yes.
That's just enough time to contemplate my life.
You got a good solid minute to think about everything.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
If I'm just curious, would you, because there are possible consequences when you go skydiving, sometimes I think I have to get my life in order before I do something risky. Do you ever feel that way?
Get your life in order. This is a great conversation, Carlos.
I don't know, I don't want people to read my journal sometimes, before I die, I feel like I need to get certain things in order. But I don't know, I just wondered if other people felt that way.
I understand that. That's really interesting thought you brought up.
Huh.
I never even, it's something I considered, but it's like, oh yeah, I sure have to get my life a little more in order before partaking in risky activity.
Right. It's like, this could be the end. Do I want this to be the end? Well, my story's not done yet. I got undone chapters.
I don't feel like I have anything. I mean, if I had cancer and had maybe 5 months to live, yes, I'd want to make sure relationships and all that was put together. And I could leave something more words of who I am for my kids. But other than everything else, I mean, hide my vibrators and so my kids don't find them when they're going through my stuff. Make sure my son has my bank account info so we can transfer it before the credit card company does it. That would be
Hey,
Skydiving's on my list too.
aren't you planning to do that recently?
We were
Yeah.
just, we just have.
You don't have a date yet.
Here's something.
But you guys have before, right?
No, we want to go.
Oh, you've never been?
No,
Oh.
Have you been, Kelly? Skydiving?
not for me.
Does everybody want to go?
Not anymore.
Brave the Brave Day.
Yes, well, I wouldn't talk about that.
We do 8 to 10.
person.
Go.
We can all get trained to do that. Let's go. We're gonna have it from the air one day. We're going live from inside of our headset. Who else? Who else has something that they haven't done yet that they want to do? That is a good one.
Mine's visual art because I play a lot of, well, in my addiction and alcohol, I would think about playing music a lot, and I did play music a lot still then, but I think about visual art a lot, but I never sit down even when I'm sober. So I'd really like to be in a mindset where I can focus and sit still and make some visual art.
Cool.
Beautiful. Carly, Ashton and I
I've been wanting to.
want to do that.
Ken and I actually sat down just the other night and did some painting. It was really fun.
How do you put that in words? What we did. We did some painting. It was really fun.
Exactly that.
What'd you guys do?
We did some painting. We touched up this painting he's been working on for years.
You know what?
Bring it up. Go bring it.
I'll go get it. I'll get it. I'll show you everybody.
Nice.
But it's so special.
He's had this painting in his garage forever. It's been worked on by multiple people over the years, and we just kind of touched it up a little more and just give it some love. So we can continue on.
Yeah.
It's really just cool, evolving art piece.
Cool, that's awesome. I like that. Yeah, I've really been wanting to use it to express my pain. Because you all know my story. I feel I've used violence at times to myself and others to express my pain. And I'd rather put it in some art.
Wow. Very cool.
Yeah, so we have to give this to us.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah.
Amazing, guys. How many people have worked on this?
Dragonfly in the rose. I think 11. Yeah, we counted that. Well, you like it?
I love it.
It is COZSNUG art that tells the exact story of what it is we're doing.
Oh, nice.
What does the dragonfly represent to you guys?
It's really
No lighting, you can't really see the metallic.
Silvery.
Oh, we gotta keep that on camera for another.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Careful.
Enjoy this art.
And can I smell this one?
I think we can set it maybe right in front row, so is it just sits there?
Oh yeah,
Are you gonna stay?
perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're really happy with that.
I love it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
Every
visual art.
single
Yeah,
stroke
I love it.
has been
I love
a stroke of intentionality of the whole entire purpose. For several years ago, I can't remember exactly how many years, but I told my kids this is what I wanted for my birthday, was for us to do a co-creative art piece together, so that we are creating something together, focusing on the new together, which is all what we're doing right here. Relatability starts at the now. Now let's create something new together. So this is a representation of what I've been trying to do for several years now, is trying to figure out how to co-create.
Oh,
And so it started with me and my kids, and a handful of people now have contributed, and it's at this point.
I love it.
And we want to use this to fundraise for the cause. This is a highly intentional piece of art that we know anybody would be proud to have on their wall if they care about the cause. The cause is this is the epitome of COZSNUG. This is the dragonfly and the rose.
The rose. Can I ask why the rose?
Honestly, I was looking at this painting and I just had the dragonfly on.
Yeah.
I thought, well, this painting needs a foreground. This dragonfly doesn't have anything to bounce off, a mirror off of. And started painting like the grass and field behind it.
Well, it wasn't just that we started thinking.
Yeah.
We took we said, hey, what music do we want to play? Yeah, we have video of this, and we have every single little detailed stroke that got made was made sometimes we waited for a while before it happened, and
Yeah.
we did it everything the way it was supposed to happen. It was
The
perfect.
experience of making this art was very cool. And then, I said we were just about done. I said it needs a splotch of red, and Ken mixed together this perfect amount of ink with that white. We put that blotch on there. It was done. It's exactly why I wanted to add a foreground was when you look at the dragonfly, you look at it, and then your eye catches the rose and it splits down.
Yeah.
So now your eye has movement. So now you're looking around the whole thing. And I think that's what really makes it really add to it.
Yeah.
I've seen it be covered up and painted on over and over and over, and this is the best version I've ever seen.
Wow.
It went from like cartoon, what was like a little kid, looked kind of like a little kid drawing, and then cartoonish, and it's evolved. Looks so nice.
I like that.
Yeah, so if anybody knows anybody that wants to buy some dragonfly art, this is definitely a one of a kind, and there's a bunch of people who have been involved in it. And it's to support the ultimate cause that we know of right now, and that is COZSNUG. Pete, you want to come sit over here, bro? On this.
I'm good for a minute.
Okay, thank you.
I like it. Can I tell you what I see?
You want to stay back with us?
Yeah.
Well, where there's.
I also just my experience now and my experiences with you people, or how do I say it? You all? I don't know. I have beautiful experiences with you all of healing, and like this reminds me of just like being like it wouldn't matter if it's like in Bear Lake or like at camping somewhere in lava. Like I just have really enjoyed being in the night sky with you guys, like when the stars are out and I'm being on a little LSD and like looking at I've been much more present in the colors and different, so it like stands out to me by how I've visualized the earth. So
It's beautiful.
yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you for all the beautiful experiences.
Thank you for adding so much joy to our lives. Well, sunshine.
What about you, Rustin? What's
Yeah, it's perfect. It actually worked out really well. That is exactly where we're segueing, because originally one of my things would have been start making more art. And I really manifested this art piece. And that's something I really want to do more of is expressing myself in a more visual language. The exact same way you. I don't know what medium per se, but I really have been getting more and more dialed in on what I really feel inside, how I want to say it, and but I want to do more than just speak words. I want to be able to make some beautiful things like that. Start right there.
I like that.
And while we were doing it, how do you put into words what we were experiencing? The amount of fun that we were having was, it was so like, yes, flow for sure, but like the exhilaration of like I said several times, like, this is the most fun, this is probably the most fun. It was fun.
Experience.
I love that.
Really.
Letting I sound so good, we're letting the piece paint itself.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Like when I pick up that piece of clay, my friend, I was interviewing her, and she said, when I mold this clay, I feel like the clay is molding me just as much as I'm molding it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what do you mean by that? So my buddy John gave me this clay, and I picked it up, and first of all, I realized it's like hard. It's like not ready to play with. You gotta like give it all this attention first. It gets all the way to the point where you can feel the inside of it getting warmer and warmer and warmer, but there's still that cold. And then until it's all the way there, you don't have this malleable one flat thing. It's like just hasn't had enough love put into it. I put all this love into it, and over the next
20 years, came up with something.
over the next 2 hours in the first session, I just didn't know what I was molding. I was just letting it do the thing where I was letting it mold me too, and I didn't know what I was shaping. And it finally got this thing into a piece, and I looked at it, and the words that came to my head, wow, the words that came to my head were so powerful. And I just got that feeling of like, hey, I just co-created with this, the clay, I co-created with it. I didn't do this by myself. And because of that is why I got this, like, these words that just came to my head that said, that told me exactly what the piece meant. I'll save it. I'll show you guys that really a little segment. That piece, it deserves its own little segment. It deserves. I will. Okay.
Would anyone else want to share?
Yeah, let's grab that. Oh, it's not this. Yeah. With your dad, you're really, working into a new kind of stage of life. We're trying to get a vision for that.
Right.
What do you want to do? What is really want to do?
No, I want to do the skydiving. That's like, because I want to do something that's fearful. Like, oh, you want me?
That's the kind of thing.
Yeah, I went to lunch with this Debbie Hart girl, and she's post on me right now.
Yeah, it's very popular.
I want to rent a helicopter and jump into it with full thing.
Oh, cool.
That's it's my heart. Jump into the headlight and just swim to the shore. That's scary.
Well, I want to hear the beginning part of that. Jump from what? Into what?
Into a whole bunch of movie.
I up in the like way up.
I'm not aware of the one doing it. It sounds super scary.
What if when you hit the water, you're gone, you're out? Like, wow, I didn't know I wasn't supposed to drop from a mile up. That was like hitting concrete.
Cover can come down.
No, I-
Right?
The Marines do it. Right. A bunch of them.
Point to the
Kills. Oh, yeah.
only body part.
Yeah.
I was on the dive team for about 2
Oh.
months. Looked like I had hickeys all over my body from just hitting
Water
the water around me. And you're not that far up. You're like
Wow.
8-10 feet. And yeah.
There's this thing. Tell us, Kim, tell us what you got there.
Okay, this is show and tell thing. This is the piece. This is not the clay piece. This is a 3D printed piece. My buddy Alan, he did a 3D scan of it and printed it on this plastic material, and I just painted it like this, poked a hole through it like this. But the piece itself, you can see like as you hold it and play with it, you get a feel for like, oh wow, this does fit into the hand nicely. So the way that it feels and every way you play with it, to me it became just like, wow, it's so. I kept on going until it was in a place where it was like, every part of it was something I really just enjoyed. The radius of this, I enjoyed the specific depth of the every part of it was just precisely what. And the words that came to me were something like, as I was standing there molding it in the second iteration of like, it had already done basically taken on basic shape. After I'd done with like another couple, 2.5 hours or whatever with shaping it and finalizing it to this point, I was just standing there holding it and kind of mesmerized by how I didn't feel like it was just me. I felt like it was like I was tapping into something that felt like, because of the way that the clay told me what to do, I wasn't doing it by myself. It was like doing it with the clay's help. I surrendered into what the clay was. I was trying to let the clay mold me, and then the words that were gifted to me at the end of this were just so beautiful. As I spun it around, you can see there's this real clear like ear type of a segment here, and then as you go right here, there's this nice tongue And as you just turn it a little tiny bit more, you see that there's a heart. And the words that came to me were that as we listen to learn, from each other's unique experience, and with equanimity, be willing to speak our truth impeccably, then we find out that we're all one and already in love. And the symbol of oneness just became this to me. That I can always, in my mind, just have this symbol. I can play with this. I can do. I thought, man, this would be a cool thing. I want to pick this up. I want to be able to have this now. And we could turn this into air pressure. We could turn this into earrings. We could turn this into anything. I can make it out of platinum. I can make it out of. We could turn it into a public sculpture. We could turn it into a building. I don't know what to do with it, but I love the idea of co-creating the rest of it with everybody else because I'm not the one involved here. I know we all are. And so it's definitely a COZSNUG piece of art that represents what we're doing. If anybody has any ideas for how to put it into the real
Yeah, I
world,
just want to touch it now.
handle it.
That'd be the first way to put it in the real world. When people touch it.
Yeah, I love that.
So this was your clay piece and then you 3D modeled it?
That's the plastic of the 3D. Yeah.
It reminds me a lot of, with my anxiety, I watch a lot of ASMR or like visual or even like listen to like soft sound with mushrooms moving. It reminds me of the flow of that, how my brain feels. Like, because it could shift, I don't know, it's pleasurable to look at.
Yeah, I think so. Thank you.
Got a learning softness to it.
Yeah.
Color too. I love the look on my buddy John's face. It's John. I don't know if he. Well, I'm sure he Morgan. He it was really just kind of cool. The look on his face when I showed him. I brought the piece in. It was the first piece of clay I picked up and did anything with. Really, that I brought it in and showed it to him, and he was just so excited to see what I would do next. He was like, he was doing all this really, really cool. We were always talking about ideas for what to do, and I don't know, it was just so effortless how that came. It wasn't me thinking about, I'm going to form a thing that has a ear in it and a tongue in it and a heart shape in it. None of that ever got thought about. Literally just one present moment.
Boy, you can't go.
I like that, yeah.
Well, what's something else somebody else wants to do that they haven't done yet?
I've been wanting to record music forever and I haven't done it
Oh.
because I'm not like. It's a couple things. I'm not quite sure what hookups I need to put my keyboard into the computer and the programs I need, but more than that, it's like I'm not sure. I'm afraid to subject myself to the criticism of other musicians. Because once I think I'm pretty good. Then once I play in front of somebody who actually knows what they're doing, and I'd be like, you have no clue.
Oh.
That can be a good thing because that's how you get better. They can learn where you're weak.
That's an untrue statement, though. If you look at Aboriginal music, you look at some dubstep, and you look at some of these computer sound things, and you go to Patty Indians, what the hell do I call them? They're all beautiful music.
Yeah.
You don't know what they're doing, you don't know what they're doing.
You may have this hidden talent that you wouldn't learn from a professional.
That's
that
right.
you're bringing to it.
Yeah.
Because you're following a path of someone else the whole time. You wouldn't.
That's right. And you can find dubstep with Cherokee Aboriginal.
But even just start small with people you know. I mean, not as professionals, but and Yeah, that's the best advice you can.
Hey, you're cool.
Yeah.
If you're sing, man.
So I pretty much have everything that you need. Just bring your keyboard up.
Oh,
Dude.
what?
That's right.
Steve, what the hell?
On my computer, I have a digital audio workstation called Cubase. It's one of the professional, like, it's been around since the 80s. So yeah, just bring your keyboard up and figure it out.
Yeah, we'll play some 80s stuff.
Can I sometime too?
One of the best things I
Was that-
really learned on my networking is really staying what you're wanting, staying what you're trying to find, desire to your group.
I
Then
learned
you'll find,
DOS.
like, you're gonna find your family.
Yeah,
Never got that.
Well, yeah. Simple. Sometimes we just don't know. We just have to
What
ask.
other people have.
Right, like I need a guy that's got an amazing product that I think deserves to be in Home Depot knows. I don't have those connections for him, but yet I just started telling a few people about this product that I want to do, and I was like, oh yeah, my uncle's an executive at Home Depot, I'll give it this guy's product to Home Depot.
Nice.
But I didn't ask that before, but it's because I was willing to talk about it.
Yeah, you do.
That's
Those the thing that happened.
Yeah, makes sense.
but if one thing about it,
It's a tape measure, yeah, it's made for dummies, you measure this, and you push the Bluetooth button, and it sends you to the saw cut.
that's genius.
And the saw makes all the bevels.
You can do that with brakes. You can do that.
Yeah, I want to move it out of wood, it's gonna things only like 3,800 bucks.
And you get it. A CNC.
Uh-huh.
People hate getting.
And it eliminates, you don't have to know what 9 7/8 is, you just do your measurement, push the button.
And then advance
And it cuts it, reduces
We
waste.
even got numbers on the tape on.
You don't have to.
Who's that?
It's the coolest thing ever.
No,
I'm so excited. I'm just gonna come
No,
out.
sorry, my friend, you're the co-creator. In his mind, he was only a fantasy.
No, he's made it.
But when you co-create and you help spread the word, he becomes something.
That's exactly right. You did. You stayed because of your foundation. That's why. If it wasn't for you, he wouldn't be. So because the co-creation of your part is important. Look how important.
The way we can tell is because look how we're drawn into what you're telling us about.
Yeah.
You are into it.
You believe it's a cool product.
So you are co-creating this item.
I think the fact that you were telling people about it, that you like it so much, and you found that connection to somebody that got the product at Home Depot, I think that's part of the co-creation.
That is co-creation, man. That's the strongest part.
They
Foundation.
marketed it for him.
The function story is for Alex, we're trying to teach Alex, is to express yourself, to express, you're having interest in that. So, because no one else knows, like, I wouldn't know that was something. to do. Do I have those connections right now? And maybe, Kelly's right here in the room. You don't know unless you talk about those things.
Very true.
Right. And I have something to say about the music thing. Studying harp, I am a perfectionist, and I honestly never recorded myself, and I regret that. Or I would delete it because I hated listening to myself. It sounds like you don't have that issue, but that's what I wanted to say is I loved listening to some harpists that, like Judy Bloom was a professional harpist, and she was a harpist that recorded everything. She didn't use a sound system to adjust the tune. So you can hear when she, because we know these pieces, they're classic. You listen to her play a classical piece, and you can hear when she makes the mistake, but I found beauty in it towards the end of my college experience because I was like, wow, this professional musician makes mistakes too. And then I was able to let go of some of my fears
It's really
to perform.
Yes.
For other people.
I have one more question I have.
I wonder, can you have it performed for us?
Yeah, we can, yeah.
So don't they call that occidental music if you're doing playing the stuff and making accidents?
An occidental, I've honestly never heard that before, but I like it.
It was an accident.
It was an occidental.
Sorry, guys. It was an accident.
See?
So, and I think what you need also is we, as a listener, we don't know. Only as a professional, we think you're amazing.
Yeah.
Again, like Carly said, if you're a
Professional.
professional and
You can
know
hear.
these pieces by heart, you can hear every mistake.
But then,
I've got one piece I recorded ever, and it's like 30 seconds. I play it.
Please do. Thank you for
So I
being able to.
set my synthesizer to Replicator over Bob, which is a
stringed instruments.
You don't want to put that close to that microphone. I missed it.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. You can't. The way that it's hard to you, it changes up and stuff. It keeps you like there was no predictability, and so it like keeps you on the constant. It keeps you present. It really changes.
I actually feel like I was reading, even though the rhythms were so different. Like I played a lot of business.
Yeah, you would hit a half step or a tone that wasn't in the scale.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, it was interesting.
As a musician.
Awesome. Yeah.
My brain.
So I guess for something that I want to do that I haven't done is I want to publish something. Be it a music album, a book, a game. Those are all things I'm into.
Okay.
Sort of have the beginnings of everything, but having this problem focusing on things and finishing through my projects is something I've played with for most of my life. So I would like to publish one or all of those things. So,
Well, let's just do it, bro. Let's just make it
Hell
happen.
yeah.
You got a bunch of
You don't have to have the finished product for a publisher. You can start sending off what you have.
sure.
And if they were to say, yes, this is what we're gonna give you, would that be motivation for you to say, all right, let's finish?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean more book publishing. I don't know how
yeah,
music
well-
industry really works, but.
I was thinking of just kind of self-publishing anyways, in the sense that it's hard to get into things that are already established. Like I've been making music since I was 12, and that's 24 years now, and I've tried throughout the years to get on to labels. It's hard. So that's just with music, and so I can't even imagine for a book or anything like that. Like, so in games, there's platforms now like Steam, GOG, which is little games you can self-publish.
Oh,
It'll take a fee or like a percentage, but hey, I'm still publishing and getting out there. So
That's all
okay.
they tell you where to go demonstrate.
it's this motivation thing that gets me the most is I'll have the motivation. Like today, I worked on some music with my buddy in Texas. He made a bunch of loops and sent them over to me, and I turned my computer on, and he was like, "All right, let's get doing this." Started working on a song, so that's nice. It's nice to collaborate. I'm digressing. So
Yeah, thank you for sharing that.
So is it more you're saying the motivation to get out there, or is it a fear, or what? Why is it?
It's the fact of having the motivation. It's like I'll have the motivation to do it, and I'll do it a little bit. And I guess just the thought of, oh, well, it doesn't matter anyways. So from there, just, oh, well, I'm done for the day.
Is that not true with manifestation?
What's that?
Is that not true about manifestation? We want something, we try for it, then we
True.
let it drop. And so basically all you're saying is you want to manifest decision in it.
Well, I've had an idea to do like a.
We can co-create with you, man, we'll support it.
Well, I've had an idea to do kind of like a law journal type thing because I'm learning a lot.
Yeah.
Just get everybody,
Yeah.
myself, and other people that want to write about it, and kind of publish a little magazine type of a thing, like a law journal.
That would be like a zine?
Yeah. Well, because I have the desktop publishing applications that I went to school for, so.
Oh.
So.
Isn't there a magazine out like TikTok Patriot or something like that? That does an underground magazine?
There's
You
lots
guys
of
could
them.
do way good with that, you and Lincoln.
Well, it's getting him to sit down, right?
Yeah. Get him to talk into his phone and somebody translate.
Right.
Yeah, that would.
Cause he drive down the road, he's good at, well, you
Yeah,
can't even sit still for that.
That's not a bad idea. I should talk to him about that. But yeah, that's the one thing that I've been wanting to do most is do a zine magazine type thing. Because I shared my writing here and there, my law stuff with some of you, and I want to get it into a magazine, or even if it's self-published and among friends. Just
Yeah.
it's more.
You want to see the art,
Yeah.
develop.
Share the good word.
It's nice, yes, but I want to just
Yeah.
So.
Kelly, you're inspiring me right now.
Yeah,
I
same.
have so many books written, worth of stuff. They're just all sitting there. It's just so many.
Well, I've gone through and taken the time to learn what's called ATEC. And that's like what all the academics and stuff use and how they use mathematics papers. They use that language, and I've made a template and stuff. So all I need is the text, and I'll put it in. I just make the stuff into the PDF. So if it's something we want to do, we can figure time to sit down and collaborate on that.
Why don't we just do that? Why don't we get together? We're together, we're making music with Ashley. We're like, why don't we all just get together, plan a time and just do it right away?
I think you're right, the hardback book, there's something comfy about that.
Well, it's like up in Tremont, there's Yes Printing. It's a local company. They could make it for me. The physical copy, I just have to take it and say, made this.
Oh.
So
On your PDF.
yeah, well, it's like,
PDF.
well, like I said, I went to school for digital design and animation. One of the things they taught us is desktop publishing, so I know how to take Quark Express or InDesign, Adobe Design, and make.
You're good at InDesign?
Not good at it, but I know it.
And you know Quark?
Those kinds of programs, yes. I actually have one called, one alludes to, but I bought one recently that's more up to date. So I have a desktop publishing thing to make look like the
Just the whole format, yeah.
design. So yeah, if we can task me with something and give me a deadline and keep me on task, I'll do all that.
Let's do this. Let's get together and strategize and make the
I
plan.
think that's a good idea.
Let's do this.
That'd be fine. Can I ask, just so I understand, why, so like when I was in college, sometimes my friend Noah did like, you call them zines or zines, whatever.
Either or.
But he would make zines, but he would just pass them out on campus. And I don't think he published them. What's the difference between publishing and not? Is it just like you have them?
What I mean by publish is take the writing and put it into a physical copy that looks quote unquote professional.
Oh, I see.
So essentially what he did is get it, make get handed out.
Okay, okay.
So that's what I mean by publishing. It would be nice to be able to go and like get the equipment to become a publisher and people come to pay us money, print the books and stuff. That's so involved.
You're not talking copyright.
Wait, is that part of publishing it? Copywriting?
So how copyright works is the moment that you write something down or how he recorded that little bit, it's automatically copyrighted right there.
You have to pay though to have it.
If you want to be able to sue someone for breaching your copyright, you do have to register with the copyright office. That's where you
Like
get.
it's like
That's where
when
you
you're
get. Sort of. And so that's where you get what they call statutory damages. That's the only way to really get your money from somebody that breaches your
Will
copyright.
this be in the book?
What's that?
Will this be in the book? Very good information, my friend. Very good.
Like I've said before, I try not to feel like I'm a lawyer without a lot of
You,
Yeah.
you need to share it.
for so long.
We need to represent ourselves.
Say what?
Lawyers are liars. If we could represent ourselves and we knew what to, even if we had a lawyer, knew what we could. You know so many people that know.
And that's the thing, courts, when you represent yourself, they operate on different standards.
Right.
So,
And you know this, though, but you can tell the person what to ask the lawyer, or to tell the lawyer no with this thing. Or
I don't want to go to law school and become a lawyer so I can legally practice law so I can do exactly that. Because if I do that right now, I could get in trouble criminally for
for just saying,
practicing law.
your lawyer can't do that to you? You can get trouble for that?
Could you get in trouble for writing and getting people that information?
No. If I act like a lawyer in any way, that's.
Oh, so like you get offer legal counsel.
Yes. Like,
Yeah.
that's why I always say,
Because you
if
know,
I was in your position.
You can always say, hey, my advice to you is worth exactly what it costs.
this is why when I was talking.
But if I say my
It's worth
advice,
exactly what it costs.
but if I say my advice to you, then that could be
You just said it's worthless.
Interpreted as legal counsel.
interpreted as legal counsel.
You're right.
So I was talking to Verona. Okay, first thing, before I say anything, I'm not a lawyer. Don't take anything I say as legal advice. I said what I did because I wanted to preface with that. Because exactly.
So that's why I always say, if I was in your position, I would do this.
You're basically smart.
Someone what to do and giving that advice.
His advice is legal.
Yeah.
Legal.
You know,
It is, weird, huh?
Well, I should tell your opinions later. Okay.
all right, sounds good. But we can get this show on the road. It's been something I wanted to do for a while because it's nice to type out my writings and send it to Ashley or Alex to people, but I think the physical copy is just better to have. It shows the art and the time, like book crafting and magazine crafting is art anyways. So.
Sexy.
How would you guys like to all be involved in a COZSNUG book that goes out?
That'd be cool. Like I said, I have a hard time sitting down, but if we all do it together.
What if it was something similar to remember how Chicken Soup for the Soul, like it was just like you read like one little tiny story, and it was like you could read it was just on one page or 2 pages. Or like it's a compilation of all these different stories. So what if it was like every single story had to be, and we have people send stories from all over the world. Any story that just represents the whole concept of COZSNUG, welcoming connection, a relatability story, an inclusivity story, then send it in.
Personal stories. Yeah, that'd be really
We'll do
cool.
one for all the different
Like
ages.
poetry book.
That way
Yeah,
the
kids'
word
book
pushes out
or
far.
anything you wrote.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to actually, that needs to go out. We already have a book written called Clues Inclusive Adventure. Where's Clue at? Hold on. This guy right here. This guy has his own book out. It's fully written, it just needs to be illustrated. And we can have all that illustrated right away. All we gotta do is go on to it.
I think we should start a website. No message in a box.
Wait, hold that thought. I don't want people on YouTube and Alphabet to steal your idea. You're still alive and I can
I agree.
so
Appreciate that.
I want to hear it, but just not when
Think about what it is. Think about what it is, man. It makes sense now.
We can end up.
I love phones. No, I'm just kidding.
Where's the, what Verity box? I got it.
Pyramid Cage, yeah.
Can we build a human Verity cage?
What is ferry?
It stops the phone from getting or receiving.
It stops electronic.
Can we build one to stop the chattering?
It's a copper.
And the problem, you know, it's like trying to stop the chatter in your head. Why would you close your box in your head and stop the chatter?
So it's only my chatter.
Well, that's what I'm telling you.
Because I know there's tons of outside chatter.
Hey,
I don't know these
that
things.
copper wire that I gave you, you could just put that on as a hat, and then I'll take all that chatter and just channel it and just channel it. Sorry.
I got some in my pocket right
Channel it right now.
I think it's. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Does anyone else have anything you want to say before we have off here?
Yes, I have one thing I want to do, and we can all do it together. Let's get some bug sprayers, gasoline, go up in the mountain when it's snowy, we'll write our names in the snow with giant letters. That's what I'm Go to the place with flamethrower. Let's write it in gas, right? Light it.
Oh, so it's all lit up.
Okay. I think that would be beautiful.
Let's get that on
Get somebody down here in the video, down here.
Sounds great, cool.
And if your helicopter in the pond,
I think that was a nice discussion.
Yeah. Are you shutting down?
Yeah, I think we should have quite a bit.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, After.
Thanks, everybody. Love you guys.
well, you all.
Steve, you didn't tell us what you.
Trying to get me to tell